In this lesson, we're going to talk about classifying triangles by their angle measure and also by the length of their sides. So an acute triangle has three acute angles. A right triangle has one right angle. An obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. And an equiangular triangle has three congruent angles, or three angles that are the same. Remember that congruent means the same, okay? So if we're classifying triangles by the lengths of their sides, an equilateral has three congruent sides, and if it has three congruent sides, that means it also has three congruent angles. An isosceles triangle has two congruent sides, which means that it has two congruent angles, and a scalene triangle has no congruent sides or angles. So it asked us to classify the triangle by its angles. Well, if you notice, we have right here, we have a right angle, okay? So if we, that means this is a right triangle. In this one, we notice, also again by the angles, that's an acute, that's an acute, and that's an acute. So this is an acute triangle. Here, we notice that we have this one angle that's obtuse, okay? So that means that we have, this is an obtuse triangle. Remember, obtuse is larger than 90. Here it says, by its angles again, we notice that all three angles are the same. So that means this is equiangular. Okay? Classified by its sides. You notice that 12, 13, and 5 are all three sides are different. So that is a scalene triangle. Here we notice that we have two congruency marks here, right there. So that means those two sides are the same, which means that it is an isosceles triangle. All right, here it says find x and the length of each side if triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is congruent to BC. So AB, this, is congruent to this. So we're going to say 4x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 5, okay? And so what we're going to do now is we're going to use Desmos. We're going to use Desmos and plug Desmos in, okay? Plug these equations into Desmos. So we're going to say 4x minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 5. And when we do that, we find that x is equal to 4. Okay? Now it says find the length of each side. So that means this x, and this x are all the same. So we're going to just plug it into, I'm going to plug it into this one right here. So if we go to say 2 times 4 plus 5 is 8 plus 5, which is 13. I'm also going to plug it into this because this side is a different length. So that's just 4 plus 2, which is 6. We know that this over here is 13 because these two sides this side and this side are congruent. It says find x in the length of each side if it's an equilateral. So basically, we're going to just need to take two of the sides and set them equal to each other. So once again, I'm going to say 3x plus 10 is equal to 4x plus 1. We're going to plug that into Desmos. So 3x plus 10 is equal to 4x plus 1. And when we look at this, we see that x is equal to 9. Okay? So then we just plug it in, and we can plug it into whichever one is the easiest. I think this is the easiest one. So we're going to say 4 times 9 plus 1 is 36 plus 1, which is 37. So this is 37, which means that this is 37 and this is 37 as well. Okay, that should do it, I believe. Yep, that's it. And we'll see you.